Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Neceros Nation public server. As always, Rock here, and to continue on with our trend we will be doing a level 50 enchant to start off the episode in hopes for Silk Touch. So here we go. Efficiency 4 and Breaking 3. Well, not exactly what I wanted, but it's a good thing because our picks are starting to run out. This pick is almost burnt. I'm pretty much exclusively saving it for diamonds now. I had enchanted another pick, and I had gotten Unbreaking 3 efficiency 5, and this should add to our repertoire, and we'll store this for now, and once this breaks, we can switch over to this. So now we will head over to the base and start looking at some of the things that I've been up to since the last time I saw you guys. And how many Endermen are here? There's a lot of Endermen here. I'm gonna grab this XP, but I will be over the base. Be right back in a minute. Alright, so we made it back to our base. So there's been quite a bit. It's been quite a little bit. It's been a few days since this aired. So you guys last saw this on Thursday. I've recorded it on Wednesday, and now it's the following Monday for you guys. So it's been quite a bit, and I've been a little bit busy, not super busy, but busy enough. So as you can see, I have a little orchard here of apple trees, and so all these little things are apples, and then you can combine an apple with a sapling to create, or a normal sapling to create an apple tree sapling, and that's what that is right there, and those are. And then they grow up into these trees, and you get apples. So, I've been getting a bunch of apples. I've also been really busy down in our farms, and as you can see, we have quite a lot of food. We've been just kind of idling around, AFKing around a little bit, just harvesting lots of foods. And I think soon enough we'll be in a good place to start combining a lot of these and making a lot of different foods. And as you might hear by the noisy little bastards downstairs, we have a little farm down here now. Temporarily, I managed to go out exploring, and I think it's over that direction over there. Over past those trees, there's a little bit of a desert, and I had found two of each of these animals in the desert, and I lured them over, and then I began breeding them. So we have a nice little farm here, and I have a plan. I have a plan for them. So you will see, as you could, you guys will see that with probably towards the end of the episode, or I'll let you know then what the plan is. And as you can also see, I spruced up the floor here. It's kind of a little diamondy pattern that scales inwards. I thought the plain birch floor was a little boring, and it could use a little bit of a pattern, kind of like this rooftop up here. So I set that up, and also we got this over here, which is our mailbox, owned by me, of course. So if people want to send me mail, they can. I doubt really anyone's gonna send me mail, if at all, but you know, I can at least say I have a mailbox, so I can come in here and I can get it from the inside. So let's go down to our garden. We've been doing a little sprucing up in this area up here. We had 3 grass blocks that I had mentioned before, and so I put one here and I put one on the second floor, and to kind of grow out this area to kind of get a feeling of what it's going to look like. And although it's kind of dark and gloomy, noisy cars outside. Although it's dark and gloomy, it does make it look a lot better than just plain dirt. So we're not gonna have to worry about these corner pieces because we did fill them up. So in addition to having our garden, I decided to put some plants in the corner areas instead of just waiting for grass to maximize our area. It's only 14 in size, I believe, instead of the regular 16 of the others, but it does its job. So the new plants we have are these spice bushes, which are actually peppercorns, we also have some peanuts over here. We only have 4 peanuts right now, so we're more or less waiting for them to grow, and then shut up. Waiting for them to grow, and then breaking them down and filling out this area. God, those animals! Ever since I've gotten them, they've been noisy as hell. And then down here, we had harvested wheat here, or harvest wheat here. I moved the harvest wheat over to this little corner section here, and I put regular wheat here. Just because of the next thing I'm about to show you, I wanted a little bit more wheat than I wanted harvest wheat. And then over in this corner, we put some kiwi fruits, which are these little cute things right here. And then the last thing, I was doing a little reading on the forestry stuff, and I found a machine that interested me greatly because I like mossy cobblestone, I like mossy stone brick, and I like mycelium to an extent, and there's no easy way to get an abundance of them without kind of scavenging around the whole world. So, I can only get mossy stone brick in strongholds. I can only get mossy cobblestone in dungeons, and I can only get mycelium in mushroom biomes, which all of them in general are fairly hard to get. But there is a way around it, and that's with this device called the moistener. Now, the moistener is a device that's used to create those 3 specific blocks in general. So these two, sorry about that. These 2 mossy cobblestone I created using this device right here. So what happens is you give it water, which the device in general works best in light levels of 11 or below, and in at least from the wiki, it said it works best in a dark moist environment. Now, I don't really think this water is actually doing anything, but I give it a nice look, and we have an infinite source of water right here, so that we can fill this up. Which you take a bucket of water and you put it right here, and you'll get your bucket back, and it will fill this water meter up. Now, in general, what you do is you place wheat, normal wheat, not harvest wheat, in here, and what happens is it cycles through the moistener. So it'll take a piece of wheat and it'll cycle it through, and it'll give you a moldy wheat, I believe, and then you'll cycle it through again, and it'll give you, what was it? It gives you another grade down, and then it cycles that through, and it will give you mulch. And each cycle through for a piece of wheat will give you a little bit of this bar filled up, and then it will come over here, and it will turn stuff. It will turn an object block here into a different other block. So with this right here set up, if I added wheat, this would give me the mossy cobblestone. If I put stone brick here, it would give me mossy stone brick, and if I put seeds here, if I remember correctly, it gives you mycelium. So we're gonna be trying to use this quite a bit to get some more cool blocks, because in general, I have a cool idea that I would like to set up with the moss stone. I did this on another server, which is that I created a temple, and with that temple, I filled it with some goods, and then I gave people hints towards the coordinates of the temple, and it was kind of like a race to see who could get there first and who got the goods. Now, I think the one I filled up on the other server that I did it on, I put gold, and I put diamonds, and I put iron in there, and it was just a fun little something to do. So that's one thing I'm thinking of doing on this server, is reconstructing the temple, and then leaving it, pretty much going to a random location, reconstructing the temple, and then giving hints to it, and letting people have fun and go search for it. Oh, assuming anyone actually wants to search for it. If not, that whatever random person stumbles across it gets to keep it. So that's the moistener, and let's head back up. Now, I've been thinking because I know I mentioned last episode that I would like to do the secret entrance, and I was thinking of where the best place for it to be. Now, in general, this area is going to be a tricky area to do it in, but I have an idea. So the plan is it's going to be hidden inside a wall, and with the one that I had before, let's say there was, like, we'll go like this. Say there's some type of lip there, some blocks up here like this, which I think might be a good idea. I might make some type of lip around the edge here, and what would happen would be there'd be a set position, and you'd place a torch there, and what happens is once you removed it, it would trigger the piston door. It worked off of a T flip-flop and the device itself, so you'd power it, and on unpower it would trigger the T flip-flop, changing the state of it, and it worked from here, and then it worked from a button on the inside. And on top of this block right here would be redstone that would lead over to the other area, or on top of this block right here. So I think that's kind of the plan. It's more of a damn it. It's more of a matter of setting it up. Now, I think for this, the best thing I want to do is I'm going to probably jump over to my single player world, and we'll construct this together, and I'll kind of give a step-by-step on what things are how things work and what things are doing. And then once we get it working the way we want it to, we will come back over here, and then I'll probably do cuts of constructing it, and you'll get to see the final product. And goddamn, I think ultimately the plan is we're gonna move those animals from up in the pen up there into the hidden area down here, and that will go down into I'm not 100% sure what it will go down into, but I know I would like to have some farms down there, or animal farms rather, down there. So we'll have an area for pigs, and we'll have an area for cows, and I think I'd like to at least be able to breed a ton of sheep and get kind of separate pens for sheep, so we can start farming colored wool, and we can start using colored wool in our things, because colored wool looks pretty nice. Now, I don't know how it looks in this texture pack, but I would assume it kind of looks like normal wool. Nothing special about it. But in general, colored wool is pretty nice for certain things. So I'm going to fix this up real quick, and I'll meet you over in the single player world in a second. Alright, so we made it over to my creative world, which, as you might guess from over there, this is my redstone workbench world, and I've got various little things. I had mentioned the redstone workbench last episode that I was wanting to get back into it and get more episodes. So here's some little sneak peeks of some of the things that I have. I do have episodes planned out. It's just, like I said, I'm more of a matter of recording them. So let's find a nice clear, I don't know what happened over here. It's probably TNT or something. Nice clear area, probably right about here, and we will start constructing our hidden door here. Now, it's been a while since I've constructed that one, so bear with me. I do have an idea of how it is constructed, but I don't have it completely memorized, so this will be more or less trying to figure this out again. Alright, so how do we go? We need this here and this here. So these we will use some regular blocks. We'll use a stone brick wall. No, we're not gonna do that. We'll do stone. We'll stone brick, not stone. Herder. Alright, so what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh yeah, okay, so how this is gonna work is this will be really the entrance of the building, or the hidden passageway, And then there's going to be a... How am I going to do this? Okay, yeah. There we go. So what really happens is that these pistons are going to get pushed at the same time. I'm going to do it fairly inefficient way. Let's play around with this and see if I can come up with a decent way to do this. I could think of plenty of inefficient ways to do this. Okay, yeah. We'll go with this for now. I'm not too worried on how efficient I'm setting things up right now. If I was doing this in a Redstone Workbench episode, I would probably concentrate on making it as efficient as possible. But as we're not, I think functionality is better than efficiency. So we will have oh no, not that, sorry. We want this. We want some repeaters over here. Okay, so what these are doing is it's kind of broken up into two phases. So we have 6 pistons here. So these 4 back pistons are going to push out our wall block that's going to be right here. And then they're also going to push out these 2 pistons, which are going to push our wall section into place. So if we remove these 2 torches right here, it's going to push the wall sections right here. And then if we send power to these right here, that should... let's see, we can do it right here. So these will send power to this and pushes the wall into place. And then we can put... We're going to have to dig underground a little bit. Okay, so there we go. So that, with all of those torch combinations, this is going to be ultimately our wall. Now, I think this is about the size of our wall in our castle. It might be something like that. Or maybe like that. No, I think it's 1 in. Ultimately, though, I think that side that I was looking at before is probably going to be the best side to do it on. Yeah. All right, I'm not going to worry about this stuff right here too much. We will get rid of that. Okay, so that's ultimately our wall. Now the thing we have to do is we're going to have to worry about powering things in a particular order. So now that we know that those torches underneath there are what we want, we need to place them in the correct position. Oops. And they're in the correct area, it's just not in the correct position. Okay, sorry. I got... Okay, yeah. So we'll put those there, and there, and there. So ultimately, what needs to happen is, regardless of the situation, these 2 torches and those 2 torches need to be turned on and off first, and then these back areas need to be turned on and off second. So what will happen is these ones will have most likely a 1 tick delay greater than this one and this one. And we are going to move these from there to there to give us more space on the wall and to be able to connect these easier. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is that if you're working with redstone, using a different color block, such as a wool, with the redstone makes things a lot easier. So really I should be doing this. Now the reason it makes it a lot easier is it allows you to visualize where exactly things are and gives you a better idea of how you want to, how things connect and such. So I believe I should be able to hook these up like so. Okay, good, good. So we'll hook those up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook up these two sections with different colored wools. So we're gonna use the inner side that should be powered first in lime green wool, and the outer side which should be powered second in orange wool. Now, just to reiterate, just in case you aren't sure why we power it in this order, so the reason why we power this lime green first and then orange is that if they're in their default states, so let me apply power to them so I can better show you what's going on. Oh, I messed that up a little bit. And alright, so the reason why we power the lime green first is that if we power this block, power this right here, by destroying it, obviously, it doesn't affect this area right here. But as soon as these outer ones get powered, they will push their pistons, and then those pistons will immediately get a redstone signal from this torch and push it right here. Now, if we want to depower it, we power these outside ones first, which will pull the pistons, will pull the blocks back, allowing for these blocks to pull back. Since pistons can't pull extended pistons, we have to power in this particular fashion in order for it to work correctly. So we have that. Let's remove these redundant torches. And that. And just for OCD-ness, we're going to put these here. And that. And that. And that. There we go. Okay, so we need to hook this section up with this section, and then that section up with that section. So additional to that, we need to take into consideration the area that the players going to be walking, in this case us. So we want to have a pathway here. We're also going to want for visually to have a walkway like this. So that way we can kind of walk through and we don't have to worry too much. So, and then like so. Okay, now this is a little different than the other version over there I have, because I'm pretty sure the other version over there had it set in a way that these torches were on the back side of this right here. Okay, so we have our walkway that we will be going through. Now we need to hook up the sections right here. Now I think the easiest is we'll run this side down this, and then we'll run this one right here underneath this front side, and we'll do this on this back side. So we'll for now replace stuff with lime green wool and lime. So place redstone. We'll have to double check just to make sure that the redstone is going to go all the way without which it should be fine. Okay, we don't have to worry about that too much. Now we have to, we're going to hook these up first and then we'll worry about the T flip-flop. So, this is going to get the best of me. So we got our repeaters, our redstone, and our orange wool. So we need to go down underneath that. We could probably go, it's stand to go probably this low. This low should be a adequate level. And we will do the same over here. Nope. Yeah. Like so. So. Yeah, I think it goes like that. Like that. Okay. Alright, so that will allow us to connect all of these up together. Now we're probably going to need a repeater in here because that's most likely more than our budget for redstone length is, but we'll go with that. Actually, we might change that. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, so we have our devices hooked up together. So if theory, I should be able to, oops, power those two, yep, via one switch, and I should be able to power these two via one switch. Yep, okay. So we got those two connected, and we have those two connected. Now we need to hook those up to a actually, hold on first. First, before that, we need to hook up our mechanism for our redstone torch input. So we'll do it something like this, which is what I was kind of thinking for the other area. Now we got, oh, I'm getting a little bit of lag in here. I don't know why. So with something like that, we have it in the wrong area. No? Yeah. Something like that. We'll run redstone. Alright. And running this redstone, we're going to run this redstone into a T flip-flop. Now what the T flip-flop is going to do is it's going to make it so that when we power this door, it's not going to act as if if we give it power, it opens. If we remove power, it closes. It's going to act as we give it a power signal and remove it, which will toggle the state, and then give it a power and remove it, and it'll toggle the state back. So from right here, we're going to do our T flip-flop, and we'll do it in a light blue. And we'll hook our T flip-flop, I think, over here. Okay. Which we're going to need. I'm trying to remember. Now the question is, what type of T flip-flop do I want to do? Let's see. Okay, we'll do it like this. We'll have two torches here, which realistically we only need one of these torches, but it should be fine. Okay, so we have a torch here and a torch here, redstone here. We have, actually, I think this is good. Okay, remove that. We will place our, we will use, in this situation, we use a piece of cobble. This will be our block. So now what happens, for those of you who don't know exactly what a T flip-flop does, is that, so this is by default, this is our state right here. Now if we run, we put some repeaters here. As you can see, since this block is receiving power from the redstone under it, this will send out a signal, and it would be the same as if we put a repeater on this side right here. So now what happens is if we apply power and we remove it, it's going to change states. Now we can modify that in theory by applying a redstone torch here and then sending power to this torch right here. This is what's called a supercharged T flip-flop, because normally a T flip-flop works off of a D power. A supercharged T flip-flop works off of power. So it's more responsive on the initial power, as you can hear. Whereas this is more responsive on the D power. Just as a tip. Now, as we don't need that, we only realistically need, we can leave it, only realistically need one of these states. We need to run this power source out to these two areas. But we need to remember that this orange section needs to be at least 1 tick greater than the green section. So let's see, we can run this, and then this, and this, and this, and let's see. I'm entirely sure I want to do this. I'll probably run it out this way. Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. So it's powered. Now we need to connect this power off of to 2 different sections, right there and right there. For the one right there, we'll probably run it underneath. No, we could run it up to here. So we'll run it up to here. Yeah. That'll make things a bit easier. Okay. We also need to run that. Oh, nope. We need to run this connection off to probably about down there. And we will do just that. Oh. And I think right about here, we will add a repeater. And okay. Now we gotta remember. Oops. We gotta remember with this that these pistons are inverted. Or the power sources are inverted. So that's powered right now. That's not powered. Why is that not powered? Okay, that's getting power. That's not powered because it's not getting power. Okay. So little bit debugging here. Okay. And then we'll okay. So we didn't need, ultimately we didn't need this right here. I don't think. Oh, no. We did need it. I lied. We don't need it to go down though. We just run straight across there. There we go. Okay. So these are off. We need these top ones to be off, which they are. Okay. So in theory, if we change this state right here, it should give us a wall. And if we change the state again, okay. Something, oh, okay. These are probably not offset by ticks. Okay, so we have our orange line. Let's change the state of it, and we will add a tick delay to this. So we'll add a tick delay here. We will give it power. There we go. Now we're almost there. One part of it did not work correctly, which is probably this bottom area probably has a 1 greater tick. Yeah, okay, so we have an extra tick right here. So what we need to do is we need to add 1 tick here. We need to add an additional tick here. And I think, okay, this should put it into place. And this should pull it out of place. There we go. And with that, we should have our piston door. Now I don't think we're going to be able to escape from this, as these are used to power. I'm sure there's a way we could do it, but that's going back into that efficiency realm where we just want functionality. We don't necessarily want efficiency, at least right now. So as we can see, we have this. Now we need to connect this section up to our T flip-flop, which we will use pink wool for that. Give us a pink and a pink and a pink, and connect all this up, and that should be it. So now this area right here should open and close from the inside or from the outside. Now we also additionally want to hook this up to the inside as well. That way we can close it from the inside as well, because it's right here. The only way to close it is from the outside. Oops. We also want to close it from the inside, which means we need to make a button here, which we'll do a slight bit out from that. We'll do it probably about here, and we need to hook that up or about here. We need to hook that up to our T flip-flop as well. Like so. And we will go up, up, like so. Now, with this, we should be able to activate and deactivate from both the inside and the outside. So we press a button, close it, which if we double check on the outside, it's flush with the wall. And if we open it, there we go. And with that, we have our secret entrance that is realistically unnoticeable. There's no buttons, there's no levers, there's no redstone or anything that you block update in order to open. Just a secret area, a secret place that we'll place a redstone torch, which will open and close our secret area. You can open it, come in, close it, and continue on. And that is our secret entrance in a nutshell. So I think with that, we will head back over to the Neceros Nation public server, and I will set it up there, and I might do cuts, or I might just cut to the final product, but I will see you back over there with something. So be right back. Alright, so I ran into a bit of a predicament, and I'm not exactly sure what the cause of it is. As we can see, there is no power that is going to these 4 pistons right here, and yet they've refused to be retracted, regardless of if I block update them or anything. In general, when a piston's like this, it's usually in a state, an invalid state, and usually when you apply a block update to it, it should fix it, which is how basically the premise of a block update detector. but for some reason these 4 pistons refuse to be depowered. Even if I break a piston, place a new one, if I give power to this in some way or another and remove it, it's still gonna stay powered. So I think I'm going to have to temporarily postpone this project as well. I'm probably gonna have to ask one of the admins of the server if they have any ideas what would be causing this. It might be a plugin, maybe, which is probably my best guess. Maybe some type of latency reduction plugin that messes with redstone, and it might mess with mess with pistons and break them in some fashion. Or it could just be some weird quirk that's with this particular area. But I'll probably see if I can get in contact with an admin about this, because I would really love to have our secret door here, as it seems like a fitting place. Although I wish this section was one more wider this way so it could be centered, but what are you gonna do? But in general, I would love to have this secret door here. So I think with that, we're going to end our episode for today, and I will catch you next time, and hopefully by then we will have resolved this issue. If not, hopefully we will have moved it to a more suitable location and resolved the issue that way. But that is it for today, and I will catch you guys next time. Haha, I'm back. I guess maybe, I bet you didn't expect that. I ended up playing around with it a little bit more, and I figured out the problem, or as far as I can tell, the problem. I think the problem was my claim land ended in a weird situation. It ended in an area where pistons from the outside couldn't pull pistons that were in my claim. So I adjusted my claim area because I had quite a few blocks of claim because I've been on here for so long. So here is the final results for what I did. I ended up sprucing it up as well. As you can see, we have some nice birch and spruce walls and ceilings. And then I can do this, and that should fill it in. Then I can do that again and pull it out. And so that should do it for our hidden entrance. I think I'm gonna probably do a bit more work with the scheme or our plan with how it's gonna look, because I'm not exactly happy with. Although it looks nice, it doesn't look as nice as it probably could. So what I'm probably gonna do off camera for next time is I'm probably gonna go through and set up a pathway down to another area, and then I think next time what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on migrating our farm animals all the way down to their new homes. But with that, we're officially gonna say call it an end for an episode, and with that, we will see you guys next time.